Okay, a few things you probably already know, but I need to make sure that I cover them for purposes of the MTA. Printers can be connected in a couple of different ways. They can be local printers. Actually, I think that I have somewhere here. There we go. Local printer is just attached to some computer that's on the network. So that's what whenever we say local printer, that's what we mean by local printer. It can be shared over the network. So I can go to my printing, and we've seen this already, so I probably don't need to go through this again, but I can go into my printers here, and that one's not connected. Let me see here. How about this one? I'm going to click Manage and Print Properties, and here I've got sharing. So I can share this printer over the network so that the other users here on my network are able to use that printer. The other way, and second way that we can connect them is to make them a network printer. So in order to do that, what we're going to do is take this printer off of this computer and hook it directly into this switch so that it becomes part of the network. And now what has to happen is that this printer has an IP address so that it has some way of communicating with these other computers here. So now it is no longer controlled by one person. Now there is kind of a third way that we can do this, and it's really just a network printer, so I didn't make a separate section about it. But if we add one thing here, I'm going to add a print server down here at the bottom. Now this print server can be in control of this and all the other printers. Let's talk about what happens, what's different in that case. And we're going to do that by talking about the print queue. So the print queue is maintained by the print spooler service on the attached computer. So in this first case here, it is this computer that's going to be in control of when this printer prints which document. In other words, which one's first, which one's second, so on. That queue is going to be maintained by this computer. Now, in the case of this network printer here, because this printer is network capable, it's going to have print queue capabilities built right into that printer so that it now is in charge of the print queue. And now in this case, this server, this print server down here, is going to be in charge of the print queues for all of the printers, and it can do additional things like redirect from one printer to another. Say the printer is down, it can redirect that job to another printer, and it can also allow or deny printers. For say we have a color printer and we only want the the CEO or somebody like that to use it. So you deny it to everybody else, and that's all done through a print server as well. Print to file is something that Microsoft has added, which is really pretty sweet. Let's just take this document that we're in right now. I'm going to click File, and I'm going to click Print. And if I drop this down, you'll see that I have Microsoft Print to PDF and Microsoft XPS Document Writer. Those are both print to file options. And let's close that back up and get back here. Those are both print to file options. XPS is Microsoft's answer to PDF. For a long time, PDF was controlled by Adobe such that you had to pay to use it. And so Microsoft came up with the XPS file type, which is similar to PDF file type. Now today it's a lot more open, and a lot of other now we can print directly to PDF using Microsoft Windows and so forth. So now we just have both of them available to us. Finally, internet printing. So it is possible, let's go back here for a moment. Since these computers are all reachable on the internet, right? If somebody from the outside comes in through this router, they can reach a computer here, especially if the computer happens to be a web server, for example. So why not have them be able to reach this printer? After all, it has an IP address. So if we give it an IP address, we can certainly have internet printing, and I might be able to print a document somewhere in Chicago or something. I don't know why I do that. Well, actually, maybe I do. If somebody wanted a hard copy of something and they were in an office remotely, I might be able to print directly to a printer in that office. So that is internet printing. So that's pretty much it for printers. We're going to take on Bluetooth devices next, and then we're going to begin to look at storage devices and lots of stuff about those.